Hello people, it's Ding here. I'm a Chinese native who can speak some English, so I'm taking you around China to show you stuff in English, if that's okay with you. Today I'm still in my own hometown. It's called Jinan, population 9 million, so on and so on. It's a semi-interesting city with some cool things and some things that are not too cool. Today I'm taking a walk near our moat. This city still has the moat, the river that protects the city. And the water in it is actually quite clean. I will show you here. As you can see, you can see right through the water to the bottom of the moat thing. And in some areas, you can even see wild koi fish just swimming there. It is not so common a thing to have this clean body of water in northern China. We are pretty dry. The climate in northern China is pretty dry, and we have a very dense population. The density of the population is very high, so most water is either dried up or kind of dirty. But not this moat. This moat is actually 2,000 years old. It was dredged first in Han Dynasty, I hear. That is almost 2,000 years ago. And it is now open to the public, of course, as a park. They actually built little bridges over it, which makes it less effective as a defensive structure. If you are a nomadic horse archer, please ignore that information. Our moat is basically impenetrable. And also it is very pretty, yes. Did I tell you the water is super clean? You can see the bottom, which is super rare in northern China. And the view in general is very pleasant. I guess any army that attacked us actually had a good time here. If they were not being shot at by, I think, archers from that arrow tower. That is the only remain of our old city wall. The city wall itself is gone forever, but the archer tower is still there. And you can see this old lady dragging water, which she just got from the moat. Not the moat itself, the moat water is so clean because it is completely fed by underground water, by underground aquifer, which gushes out in this particular area in springs, as springs. And this one, called Whitestone Spring, is one of the places that most people draw water from. It's a favorite water hole because the water plant here is obviously very green and grows very well. So the water may have some kind of life-giving properties, according to someone. Because when you see other areas of the moat, the bottom is actually kind of barren, right? No water plant there, but a lot of water plant here, growing very well. That is why people draw water from it, like this old lady. They actually placed a security guard here too. And I found some old Chinese traditional craftsman, artist kind of guy, setting up shop here, making flower dough figurines. These little figurines are made of with colored flower dough. We have Monkey King here, which is actually, to be honest, not very well made. We have Greeting Kittens and the Cat of John, which are not copyright infringing at all. And these three, I need to get out of here before Disney shows up. This pool here, also spring water, fed by underground aquifer, is pretty popular with children because they have a lot of koi fish inside, which would respond well if you throw breadcrumbs in it. And it also overlooks that plant pool on the other side. Quite pleasant, yes. And it has strategical value, I think. because koi fish swim in a very peaceful way, so any besieging army would look at them and rethink their violent behaviors and perhaps just retreat, hopefully. So it's weaponized peace here. And next we have a pair of giant stone-carved statue tigers. They are designed by the same guy who designed the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympic mascots, if you still remember that thing. And in case of a besieging army near the moat, these statues will be activated and shoot eye lasers at them. Let's hope it never happens. And near the statue, we have some public municipal service. The city actually pump underground aquifer water to the surface and make them into some running water thing where you can fill your bottles, large ones, as you can see here. And normally there will be the line here, but it's suddenly very cold today, and only the most hardcore aquifer water drinkers are here. And coming up next is the main attraction of the park. It's called the Black Tiger Spring, and the stone-carved tiger heads puking water into the pool and then into the moat were actually carved back in Qing Dynasty, roughly 200 years ago. This pool actually got 4.4 stars on Google Review, while Great Wall got 4.2, so suck it, Great Wall. Also, there's a poem about it, if you're interested in that. It's too difficult to be translated into English, so I won't try. These things, which is a crossover between Chinese-style buildings and tugboats, are just ships that can take you on a tour on the moat. If you want to go the full circle, the ticket costs about $15, 100 yuan. That is kind of expensive in China. But they are not in service right now because it is 2020 and it is not a very good idea to travel in small confined spaces. This pool is formed by a natural circle of stone right in the middle of the moat. So it's like a pond in the middle of the river. You could go to the tea house on the second floor and buy a cup of tea from them to have a better look down at the pool. But I don't plan to pay anything, so you have to make do with this. Here I found a better spot, a better angle. You can see the surface of this pool in the middle of the river, and it is really tranquil and still, like a mirror. And the water feeds into the moat via two mini waterfalls, making our city safer, and I didn't pay anything for this. And there's a third view, still better. And I didn't pay! This pool here is tiny. I don't know why there's a life preserver next to this. People cannot drown in something so small. This one is actually built inside a Chinese-style wooden pavilion, just like the one across the river. As you can see there, the idea is that you could just sit on those stone benches and be surrounded by water all around. I found this mini garden of moss and fern here, and I think it's very cute. Normally, this kind of thing doesn't survive in the dry and cold northern China, but the moat has a mini ecosystem of its own. And here I have nothing to say. I will just let you enjoy the peaceful, tranquil view in silence. Hey, psst. Pretty cool, huh? And this shot is also good, yes? Is this the ASMR thing people talk about nowadays? Just whispering weirdly? Am I doing it right? Hey! I don't know whether you can tell, but the moat is actually very long, and we are in its traditional part, let's say, with the stone road and stone staircases. But eventually, we come back along the moat to modern society with modern glass and steel buildings over there. That's a intercontinental hotel, and the thing next to it is a super fancy mall. I don't really go in there really often because I have no money, but I do use their toilets whenever I have the chance because that's free. As we move further from the Black Tiger Spring area, the moat water does become slightly muddier and a little less clean. But 20 years ago, the city just dumped raw sewage into the moat, so nowadays it is still a large improvement. And that large object in the distance over there, that is the tallest skyscraper of our city. I don't remember exactly how tall it is, and even if I did and told you, I don't think you would really care. It's just really tall, as skyscrapers go. And this year, Melina, this is said by some to be the best pizzeria in our city. They actually bake their pizza in a pizza oven, but they're not sponsoring me or anything, so I won't say anything good or bad about it. They do have a nice view out of their restaurant, though, but I don't know, I'm not a pizza expert. And that large blue Cthulhu-looking thing is the symbol of our city. It is also very large and tall. And that's about it. That's all I have to show you today. I hope you find it semi-interesting or cool. It's not that exciting, but not everything has to be crazy, right? So I will continue to make such videos, and I hope to see you again in the future. So bye for now.